The sun is up and it's shining, so I'm up and I'm shining, and I'm totally lying because the sun is up but it's not shining. It's kind of just really foggy outside, and that's very rare, and it's also very rare for me to be up and shining, so see the connection? I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Anyways, hey lovelies, so today I'm going to be doing a review on an eyeshadow palette. It is the Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar by Too Faced. It's fairly recent, I do believe. It's been out for a little while now, but it doesn't hurt to do a little review. So I'm just going to go straight into that. This is what the box looks like. It looks just like a giant chocolate bar, you know, hence the name. And then on the back it just shows all of the different shades and their names, and has a little description right there. And so now I'm going to open it. So this is what the actual palette itself looks like. I love the packaging because first of all it's just this cute little candy wrapper, and then out comes the actual chocolate bar, so it's like you're actually getting a little treat. It looks just like the original chocolate bar, but just a lighter brown because it's semi-sweet. That's what the front looks like, a big chocolate bar. It just makes you want to eat it, but not really. And then the back, again, it just has like a little description and stuff on it. And then when I open it, the first thing I see right here is this little eyeshadow guide, I'm assuming. It's called the How To Glamour Guide, and it shows you just how to basically use some of the colors that you might have trouble figuring out how to use, so that's pretty dandy. I just said the word dandy, how cute am I? Here is what the actual palette looks like. Nice, nice, nice. As you can see, it's a bunch of warm colors. Like, the biggest difference between the chocolate bar and the semi-sweet chocolate bar is that these have a lot more warm colors, as where the chocolate bar is cool tone colors. So if you like warm colors, I would definitely go for this semi-sweet chocolate bar. It's a very diverse palette if you really do look at it. And then I also really like the chocolate bar palettes because they come with two little highlight shades. This one is a matte highlight shade called Coconut Cream. And then there's also Butter Pecan. And this is the shimmery highlight shade. And I also really like that. I prefer shimmery highlight shades. And then they also have, as I was saying, they also have a bunch of matte colors like licorice. I almost said licorice, but they have this black one, this super black one, and it is just, you dab your finger in a little bit and it gets super black, and ooh, girl, look at that. Look at that. That is so freaking black. I love it. And they also have mousse. This is the color that intrigued me the most, just mousse. Also peanut butter. These two colors, mousse and peanut butter, really attracted me to this palette. And I don't know, I just think they'd be really good transition colors. I don't know if you can see that, but there's those colors. They also have a bunch of other ones like Nougat, which is like sort of like a pinky nude color. And then there's also Truffled, which is just a chocolatey brown color. Well, obviously this is all chocolate. By the way, which I forgot to mention, which is like the biggest thing about this palette, is that when you open it, you immediately get like a big woof of chocolate, and it's like, ah. It smells like chocolate, as I'm sure you've heard if you haven't watched anybody else talk about this palette. It smells like freaking chocolate. Ah, I love it. Anyways, there's Truffled. Oh, and then there's also Puddin', and it's more of a cool tone brown, where Truffled is a warm toned chocolatey brown, and then Puddin' is more cool toned. And I really like that because it's mainly warm colors in this palette, but then they have their cool tone like pudding and blueberry swirl, which is just a shimmery blue color. I don't know. This color isn't like crazy or anything. It's just a nice glittery blue if you want a hint of blue in your look. I don't know. They also have Rum Raisin right here. And I actually really like this color because it kind of reminds me of Sidecar in the Naked palette. And that is my favorite color from that. And it sort of reminds me. This one's definitely a lot more brown and not as pigmented, but it still reminds me of it. That's another thing about this palette is that for some of these colors, they're like super pigmented and super blendable and just creamy and nice. And then there's other ones that are just like, you can't really, like, it's hard to get it to show up on your lid or anything like that. And then there's also Cocoa Chili, which it is such, I don't even know, it is so pretty. It's like a super chocolatey brown color with these like yellow sparkles. I don't even know how to explain it. So yeah, I'm just gonna go through all of the colors again. There's licorice, coconut cream, nougat, I'm assuming it's nougat, truffled, hot fudge, cocoa chili, pink sugar, and pink sugar is just this like shimmery pink, I don't even know, it's like a pinky white sort of color. Like, it's just a super shimmery pink, sort of iridescent pink color. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. And then there's pudding again, blueberry swirl, peanut butter frosting, rum raisin, mousse, caramel, bonbon, and butter pecan. And I also really like caramel because it's a super caramel, like coppery, beautiful color. It's not too gold and it's not too copper. Yeah, with some of these, like I was saying before, with some of these, it's kind of like a hit or miss. It's not absolutely amazing. I've heard that the chocolate bar is like 10 times better than the semi-sweet, but I honestly think it all depends on whether or not you like cool toned, like darker colors, or if you like warmer colors. Like this I know I'll be reaching for it a lot in the summertime. I really like this palette because first of all, I'm obsessed with chocolate. Like, I'm obsessed with chocolate. Like, it sounds weird, but I really want to just eat this palette. Like, how can they do this to me? It's so tempting. I really like this palette, but there are the few colors that aren't very pigmented and aren't very blendable, and I couldn't see myself going for those colors a lot. But by the way, happy Super Bowl Sunday. Sorry if this video was a mess. This is like, yeah. And if you guys were wondering why I'm by myself, me and Natalie are planning a new schedule where I'm gonna upload one by myself, she's going to upload one by herself, then we're gonna upload together, and it's just gonna keep going in that pattern. Sometimes it might change. Like, we definitely don't have a solid schedule, but we are planning on doing a me, her together, me, her together, me, her together, me, her together, blah 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 blah, whatever. I'm just going to end this video because I'm sure it's 100 years long. Bye. And we're really excited because this is actually our first time buying something from MAC.
We're little babies.
Yeah, I know.